For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You ain't got nothing. Jim, it's free. Undercut.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark, 71 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check. Hey, Zoom. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. It's just me and you.
To throw is Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Check 55 to Mike. Yeah. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Rip left. Bravo. Mike, 55. Check 55.
On third down, Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here we go. Watch the shift. Hey. Hug. Joker. Recon, 132 fighter. Alert.
From the 22, Rosen. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 58 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
First down, Bills.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Be a long day for you. Watch the twist.
On first and 10, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, tight. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Danielle Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Michel. There he goes inside the 30. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sony Michel, 44 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Brinkley. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And a catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's Rosen to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hug. Five. Mike 55. Wild Bill. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Monday. Whip. Watch the whip.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And able to find Conley. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn. Hey, alert. Don't get nervous. Watch out.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They run from the pistol here with Freeman.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Monday. Mike 54. I got one. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is caught by Jackson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch your slack.
Now Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Rosen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 at their own 42.
Check it back, check it back.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On third down, Murray. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Throwing on second down. Rosen. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here we go. Monday. Check, 6 down. Check.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A final shot before half from Murray. Got a man. It's Brown.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, Freeman. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Watch 55. Here it goes. Here it goes. Monday. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, wahoo.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. McKenzie now to return it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get out.
Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Sponge. No. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
2nd down. Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I'm coming after you. Well, Mike 51. Hey, stop that. I know
He's got his big tight end fan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Bills' 1st down.
On the set. 54. What? 54. Hey, they scared. Big head.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Johnson odds poke free. Football's held. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Here comes the ball.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Hey,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, quarter.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Middle. Mike, 55. Hey, Delta. 55. Hey, check. Mike, 55.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Third and 2, and here's Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Williams will try again. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Big stop. Let's go. Hey, alert, alert. 58 to Mike. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Right.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. And second down.
Taylor, incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Watch the try. Come on, try.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Forced out to his left. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Now it's Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to throw. Riley. Now he's flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chris Conley, 36 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
It seems like they've been running uphill all game. From the gun, Riley. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Riley gets it off to Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
On 1st down, Riley. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But it'll be 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing again. Riley. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sony Michel, an even 90 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Chest.
On the ground, this is Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On third down, Michel. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The 40. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. Let's go.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.